How's it going, guys? We are back in the video here, and this video is going to be my NHL 23 wish list, not as including but a bunch of different things that I'd like to see in the game that I think could improve the game. Hope you guys do enjoy it, though. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and you here, follow me on Twitch. Let's get into it right now, all right? So, basically, what I want to really see in NHL 23, this is so many different things, right? So, starting off with, I think, one of the most important things that needs to be in NHL 23, it is crossplay. I believe crossplay is probably the most essential thing for NHL. I'm not saying that just having crossplay is enough for the game to be much improved or great, because that certainly is not enough. But I do believe that having crossplay can really set the future for the game and really give you a lot of opportunities. First of all, it extends the game's life, basically, because you're going to have more players to play against all year and with, so that's a lot more fun and exciting for the game as a whole. You're not going to just simply be playing against the same players every single game, because especially for me, early on in the year, you'd be playing the same players. Literally be playing the same players. I'd be playing Hut Champs. I'd play 20 games a week. I'll play at least the same two people every week pretty much, right? Which is very frustrating, and it makes the game very boring and repetitive. I mean, no one wants to play the same people every single game. It doesn't really make sense. It's not fun, but that's not the only reason. World of Chell, it really deserves it, because World of Chell, it's hard to find games, especially at certain times, late at night, so I really think that it's important to have it in World of Chell as well, so hopefully EA really considers World of Chell to be important, and hopefully it considers crossplay to be important, because it's very, very important for the whole game to have crossplay. So, I've been saying it for a while. I think it's 50-50. I mean, FIFA has it for FUT only, though, which is kind of scary. It does not have it in FUT clubs, so that's kind of scary, or Pro Club, I should say, which is a little bit concerning, but we'll see if that matters at all. But yeah, I think it's 50-50, all right? So, what do I think about crossplay? Next up, I think something that really needs to be in the game always is GM connected. I mean, we always talk about it. Franchise mode, I mean, it hasn't really improved too much since NHL. I mean, 21, they added the trade deadline mode, which is pretty cool, but I feel like in general, it's missing GM connected. I mean, you should be able to have a franchise mode online with your friends. I mean, it's 2022. Every sports game pretty much has it. I mean, FIFA doesn't, which is surprising, but Madden has it. MLB has one, kind of. It's not the same exact thing. NBA has one. It just seems like it's something that should be automatic. And the fact that NHL did have it before makes it more frustrating, because it just feels like, why would they not have it anymore? So, yeah, I think GM connected. It's really unfortunate they gave up on it so quickly in NHL 14 because of, I guess, the slow loading times. It wasn't a thought they wanted to bring it back. I guess the whole thing was prioritizing ASHL for NHL 16, which they did, which obviously they needed ASHL. That's the more played mode, but it just seems like I don't understand why they never brought it back. The whole generation of consoles went by, they never brought it back, which is pretty insane. And each year that goes by, it makes you feel less and less like there's actually a chance it's ever going to happen. So, other than that, for franchise mode, you need to have no move clauses, long-term injured reserves. Got to be something that's got to be in the game as well. These are basic things. You should be able to have three-team trades. That's something that should definitely be in as well. Just, again, obvious things that really should not be that complicated. But, of course, for EA NHL, they are. But, I mean, 100% that needs to be a thing. I mean, it really needs to be. I would really love to see that GM Connected be put into the game. I'd really love to see franchise to get a lot of improvements as well. All-Star game, not in the game anymore. That's another big wish list, I know, for a lot of people. I don't know why the All-Star game's not in there. It used to be. You should also have the skills competition. Should be a lot of fun to do that. I don't see why that's not in the game. It's something that is, again, so basic in my opinion. But, yeah, that's something that definitely should be prioritized for franchise mode. Other things off the top of my head I really can't think of. Just simple bug fixes, you know, like when it comes to extensions and trades. I mean, stuff like that, it's got to be fixed as well. But next up on my list is Be a Pro. So Be a Pro, I believe Be a Pro, I mean, it's a lot better than it has been for sure. But from NHL 21 to 22, there's really no changes at all. You can say there was new lines, but really were there? Show me the new line from 21 to 22, because I don't recognize them at all. So, I mean, like I said, it's a huge improvement from NHL 20 to 21. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But my big thing for that is it just feels like it's very repetitive. And after the first year, you don't really feel like it's anything special at all. definitely after year one, it's very boring and repetitive. So they need to try to figure out a way to not make that the case. Be a pro. The fact that only I think a couple teams can actually offer you contracts in free agency makes no sense. If you're one of the best players in the league, a lot of teams should be calling you. So that's very, very unrealistic. I don't understand how that's an issue. It shouldn't be. So definitely they should consider that as well. So hopefully Be a Pro gets some more love in NHL 23. It's certainly lacking. I don't really understand why it's lacking. I mean, it's such a fun mode, and a lot of offline players love it as well. So hopefully Be a Pro does get some love, because again, it really, really does. So deserve it. So another thing with Be a Pro that I really don't understand. I mean, well, I don't understand, but I think it'd be really cool. You know, NBA has like I guess an arena, an area that you can walk around, like, you know, My City or something like that. I forget what it's called, park. But it's very cool. I know it's a very drastic thing to add in 1 year. And I know it's probably not realistic, but it's just a dream of mine to be able to, you know, skate around or do whatever, you know, rollerblade around town and go to arenas and just play, you know, pick up hockey. Even, you know, as just for fun, and then, you know, practice facility, right? To, you know, practice with your team. That'd be really cool, I think. I mean, I feel like it's just too basic that you only play games, right? There's no practice. Even if, you know, you didn't have the opportunity to, you know, go around town, just to be able to go, you know, enter a practice facility and practice with your team, and, you know, try to learn some new plays. You know, that would be cool, I think. I mean, I don't know. That's something that I always thought would be pretty interesting. So hopefully they do consider that as well for Be a Pro. I think that'd be very cool. And Be a Pro definitely having actual, like, voices would be very, very cool as well. It's cool having Ray Ferraro talking and James Cebulski, don't get me wrong, but having like a coach, even if it's like a default generic voice, it'd be cool. And the same thing for your play. You should be able to have, you know, change like 10 different voices, whatever, right? Just like kind of basic things there. I think it'd be very cool to see if they did that. But you know, I don't know. Be a Pro hopefully gets some love in 23, because 22 felt like it was very, very, very much so ignored. But I can't be that mad in 22 being ignored because of how much it changed in 21. But next up that I want to talk about is going to be Hockey Ultimate Team. I mean, I guess I'll talk about World of Shell too, because I did talk about HUT a lot in the other videos. So World of Shell, I mean, just give us fully customizable builds. I mean, that is something that I think everyone wants. Legend 3, that kind of stuff would be amazing to have back again. Is it realistic? Probably not. But, I mean, I think we all would prefer that. World of Shell, I mean, just bring back the old playoffs as well. I mean, I believe the playoff system right now is pretty boring. I don't think anyone really cares about, you know, getting that rank. I know some people do, of course, but I just don't feel like it's that important. So definitely something like that they could improve on and bring back the old playoffs. More customization always is nice, right? More customization for your player, different hairstyles, different, just anything really, different ways that, you know, make your guy look different. You know, different, like, I guess aesthetics is always nice for World of Shell for sure. I feel like World of Shell, another thing, like I said, NBA, it'd be cool if you could, you know, walk around and play. That'd be really cool as well. Like a you know, you go to the arena, walk around the city, buy different, you know, equipment. You know, that'd be really cool, I think. Is it very realistic in 1 year? No, but I hope it really is something they do consider one day, because it's very cool how NBA does it. NBA to me is one of the best sports games. I know the gameplay is buggy and stuff like that, but I think it'd be very cool if they were able to implement that at some point. But for World of Shell, it's really all I can think of off the top of my head. If you guys have any other suggestions in the comment section for any game mode I'm talking about today, let me know. For Hockey Ultimate Team, though, I'll talk about gameplay as well. But Hockey Ultimate Team, we all know what it needs. Hockey Ultimate Team needs more ways to play. It's too one-dimensional. Rivals has been the same for the last few years. It's the same rewards. There's no differences in rewards, no differences in the game mode, really. I mean, yeah, they added X Factors this year, which, again, it's cool, but, you know, it gets old quick. Power-up icons or disaster icons, you know, go back to the bronze, silver, gold icons. I'd like that a lot better. It just feels like everything's untradeable. The events are very similar. No events really feel unique except for, like, the Team of the Year, the All-Star Game, I would say, or the Team of the Season. That's really it. I mean, there's really not many. I guess Fantasy's pretty cool as well, because you can see your guys score goals and they go up. Those are really the only, like, events that are unique throughout the year. Other than that, it's very just copy-paste, just with a different name, which is, you know, very unfortunate, because you just feel like that every event is just like, oh yeah, I mean, awesome new card, but how do I earn this card? Oh, play Rivals and Champs and trade in gold cards to get collectibles, and trade in 100 event collectibles and you get this card, you know? How about, you know, I play, I earn these cards without having to trade in all my gold cards and just trading in, 90 plus cards and just trade in, get collectibles. It doesn't make sense to me. It's very boring, very repetitive, and something they have to address in the near future, because it just gets so boring. And I think most people would agree with that it's just the same old story every single week in a HUT, and that has to be changed and addressed. Another thing for HUT, squad battles, rewards, they got to change it as well. Rewards. Champs, they got to make it more, rewards for different win totals. I think that's a huge difference as well. So, that, I don't know. I mean, HUT, there's so much potential in it. Yes, it gets better. It does get better, HUT, don't get me wrong. But I just feel like there's so much more that can be done there. I really do believe that. More customization would be something that I would love as well. I mean, custom arena, custom logo, custom jerseys. That'd be so cool to have. Just, again, feels like the same every year, HUT, which is really unfortunate, right? So hopefully they have some plans to address that. I don't know, more ways to just earn cards for playing the game is always one of my big things I really push for every year. I think a lot of people would agree with that as well. So hopefully that is the case. For that, again, more just customization is something that I love as well for HUT. So another thing I want to talk about is the gameplay, right? So gameplay is a big factor for a lot of people, which I agree it should be gameplay. I mean, no game, you can have all these amazing things, but if the gameplay is so glitchy and buggy and it just sucks straight up, no one's going to want to play. I mean, as you shouldn't. Gameplay, at the end of the day, you're playing a video game. The gameplay is the game, is it not? So gameplay, I feel like, is just so buggy and bouncy. This year, I feel like especially, the puck just bounces so much, and I don't understand why, or like whose idea was that. I mean, it just feels like the gameplay is just so glitchy and bouncy. And like, there's not as many like cheesy glitch goals where there's like wraps where the goal gets stuck on post this year, I feel, but there's still just a lot of like just where the puck just ends up on someone's stick, and when you're there to intercept the puck, it just does not intercept, which is very frustrating and confusing, because that should not happen. If you're there to intercept the puck, you should get it 95% of the time. It just does not make any sense how you're not intercepting the puck more often, and that's something that has to be addressed in NHL 23. Gameplay should be improved every year, and it should be getting better every year. I like the skating system overall. I feel like if you go back and play old NHLs, the skating system has improved for sure, but there's still a lot of things that just don't make sense. Also, make deking better. I should be able to break people's ankles and just make amazing plays just because of my thumb skill. I feel that deking has been really bad for a while. I feel like deking's never really been that good. Maybe since NHL 15, I want to say, or 16 or 17 even. Maybe 17 is really the last good one. I feel like ever since they implemented the new dekes in NHL 18, deking has really not been effective, which I don't understand, because in real life, dekes are very, very much so a part of the real life NHL, making a huge move, a star player. Not every player should be able to do it, but I'm talking, if I have a, Connor McDavid, I should be able to make some pretty ridiculous moves, right? Because he's ridiculous in real life. So that's one thing I'd say. I think people want to see more consistent passing as well. I feel like the passing was pretty bad in 22. I just feel like the when you pass it and like it bounces off their stick, I think that's very frustrating. I understand that not every pass in real life is going to connect on someone's tape, right? But I don't understand just because I hold the pass down that just rips off their stick and just bounces away. That's stupid in my eyes. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for that. But I don't know. That's how I feel. Another thing that I want to see, this is not gameplay now, but I feel like there's just not as many like cool like visuals. I feel there's no gameplay intro that makes you feel like you're really involved in the game. There's no hat trick animation this year, which is really weird as well. I don't understand that. You score a hat trick, there's no hats on the ice. You just see the guy skating to the bench, and there's no animation for that. It's very weird. I don't know why that's a thing. It used to be always in hat tricks. The Stanley Cup celebration, I've always wanted that to be more I guess, unique. It's been kind of the same for a little bit here as well. You don't really have much control in it, unfortunately. So I hope that changes as well. Again, be a pro as well. Going back to that, I wish you could play in the All-Star game. If you get selected to the All-Star game, why can't you play in it? That makes no sense at all. I should be able to be in the skills competition. That'd be really cool. Oh, your guy's been selected to participate in this. The NBA does that. In the three-point contest. And NHL, what about if you have a hard shot? The hard shot competition. Or the breakaway challenge. You could do fancy moves. And then judges rate you or grade you. That'd be amazing. That'd be so cool to be in the game. Like, why not? Why not? I feel like that stuff like that should just be in, and it should not be a question at all right, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different things that NHL really needs. I mean, I feel like there's so many modes that can be improved on drastically. There's so many holes in the game. It's not bad, the game's not horrible, but there's always things that definitely they need improving on, and they got to do it sooner rather than later because we're going to give up. I mean, they really are. People are going to give up, and people already have given up. People say, you know what, I'm just not going to believe in NHL. I'm not going to buy NHL until this, until that, until GM Connected, until that or that, which is scary because the more people that do that, eventually you will start to notice a difference in your sales. You will notice a difference in the player base, which is very frustrating for diehards like me and a lot of you guys that watch my videos. So hope you guys did enjoy this video, though, and let me know what your wish list is for NHL 23 or just future NHLs in general. I know I missed a lot of things, I'm sure, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel here. Follow me on Twitch, Henreek, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's, and join the Discord, talk to me, followers, and subscribers of the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.